You're listening to the British Baseball Podcast. Hello baseball fans, Matthew here. I've come down to the Manchester Metropolitan University Platt Lane Sports Complex. Used to be the old Manchester City training ground once upon a time, to have a look at this revolutionary training system called Okkulo. It's a fast-paced training system that looks to revolutionise any bat and ball sport, or ball sports to be honest, by raising the bar on reaction times. So I'm hoping to have a chat with the man behind the brains himself today, Mel, and also have a look at some baseball players using Okkulo in action. And maybe if I'm feeling brave enough, I'll give it a try myself. I've just seen Coach Jonathan Rodriguez in his little van, so I'll go and have a quick chat with him, and I'll see you all soon. Joined today by Mel O'Connor, the CEO and founder of Okkulo, and Jack Woodburn, who is the sports science coach and all-round general roadie. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, very
Excellent.
Good, thank you.
And you've decided to take a little bit of time out of your day today to talk us about Okkulo. So Mel, what is Okkulo?
Okkulo is a training system that uses unique light levels to improve an athlete's perception. And in doing so, when they train in Okkulo, they improve their reaction time, the motion perception and depth perception. But the training in the Okkulo light levels is what's important, and there's so much technology gone into the actual lighting system, and for the athlete, it's not just a case of switching the lights off or anything like that. The technology is there to make a response in the visual system, in the photoreceptors, and that's important to know. And prolonged training in the Okkulo environment will make the athlete around about 20% faster when they go back into normal lighting conditions.
What does Okkulo mean, and where did the idea come from?
Okkulo means eyes in an ancient language. It looks good, so that it works with the brand. The double K on the logo represents the angle of the eyes. So it was a lot down to the branding agency and the way that worked, but Okkulo meaning the eyes was obvious to us.
And where did the idea for Okkulo come from as a product?
It's actually been a long time in the making, almost 20 years. It was from a science paper that I saw from a scientist in Vancouver, who just so happened to be based about 5 miles from me in Newcastle upon Tyne. It was about how light and adaptation and how it works in the visual system, and I looked at it from an angle of if there was an object like a baseball or a football, if that was coming towards you, would the visual system adapt? After many studies, lots of research, turns out that it does actually massively benefit the elite athletes, and the visual system does adapt. And having trained in Okkulo, when you go back into normal playing conditions, the athletes are around about 20% faster than they were previously.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's again, as Mel's just said, it's a massive tool that people use. Like, we've been working a lot with football. It's just recently started with the baseball, but it's huge. You gain 2 yards on any opponent that's not used it. It's massive.
And what other sports do you think will benefit from the use of Okkulo?
Anything that's got reaction time. So boxing, baseball, obviously, cricket, football, rugby, anything that you have to react to a stimulus, whether that be the movement of a shoulder, whether that be a ball, whether that be anything really, anything that moves quickly and you've got to go, okay, I've got to see it quicker, I've got to see it faster, you're gaining 20%. So if you're going to see that sharper, you're going to go quicker and you're going to be able to move faster to it.
I think just to add to that as well, I mean, when we've been working with these athletes, we're noticing things around the visual system for the younger visual system, the younger athletes, and we're seeing things that we've kind of never seen before over the 20 years. This is quite new, and we're opening the door to so many different things, and I think we've only just scratched the surface of what we're doing for these reactive sports.
So what are your ambitions with Okkulo?
The ambition is very clear to us. We want to grow the business and move to the US. That's a massive part of our strategy. And going first in with the baseball and the MLB in the minor leagues. Follow that with MLS and football and American football. I mean, we'll target all of those sports in America, but it is to grow the business in the US and show people what we can do. And baseball is the ideal sport to show that. It's pure Okkulo.
So what sort of feedback have you had from people that have used Okkulo?
We are dealing with elite level Premier League teams and teams throughout the EFL, and so we've had a lot of players in, and the feedback's been incredible. Everybody, there's a process that we have with every athlete, and they follow that, whether that's cricket, baseball, or football. We see the steady the incline in performance, and that's really quickly. It happens in the first 15 balls on goalkeepers, and everybody who's been in it reports the same as what we already know, that they feel sharper, they see the ball better, they're picking the ball up better, and the confidence is through the roof. So it's a biological process that is happening. It's a natural process, and the output being that they feel way sharper, way faster, and everybody's been reporting that. We're seeing that. It's very clear. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah.
The other thing that we've noticed is not just the age. So you can be, whether you be a 13-year-old athlete or a 38-year-old athlete, you're still getting the same results. It's not just this is for you when you're in your prime. It works all the way through. With the 38-year-old athlete, it's getting people sharper and keeping their career going longer. So whether that be like an old goalkeeper who's like, oh, I want to carry on my career, I'm only going to train twice a week, we'll extend that career just because you're sharper because of the lights.
Jack's right there. So we pitch this at prehab and rehab. So that's the prehab is to use it as a training tool before the training session. So you use this to be sharper than you ever have before your training, and also before the game. If you do this just before the game or a period before the game, you will be fast and you will be sharper than you were previously. And for rehabilitation, working with the sports and science and medical team, we can help bring a player back sharper, quicker.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I hope I do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Is there any specific benefits you can tell the baseball community, or what would you say to baseballers looking to?
With baseball, it's massive. You can work on, whether you be a backstop or wicket keeper, whatever it is, you can pick up the balls quicker. You're going to make sure you're making those catches off a fast ball, off a little change up, anything like that. But especially with the batters. The batters is massive. If you're picking up a 99-mile-per-hour ball in here and still getting good connection and good swing on it, that's equating to about 105, 110 miles per hour pitch. If you're working on change-ups with the ball machine and stuff, and you're connecting and getting good shots and good strikes, you're going to be flying when you come against a pitcher, and the ball's going to seem slow.
So the same thing's happening with baseball that happened with the cricket. We did a study with elite players in cricket, and we got them batting up to 99 miles an hour in a little over 4.5 hours. That was 2 50-minute sessions over 8 weeks, and that was most of them could bat at 99 miles per hour, 6 out of 6, and batting consistently. And it was incredible to watch. And with baseball, because of the movement of the ball and the way that it works, it's from the pitcher or the ball machine to the bat. It's pure Okkulo. So it's the perfect way to show that performance. But they will go up the speeds and they will be sharper. I'd just like to say that what we're doing now and what we're seeing is something rather special, and we know that we've got something significant in baseball and an elite level sport, but baseball is very much the main target of ours at the moment, and we're here to make a big change and a significant change, and I believe we're going to really help revolutionise the world of elite sport.
Again, it's something untapped. No one's gone anywhere near the visual system or anything like that before. So if we can give that extra, athletes are always fighting for that extra 1%. If we can give an extra 20% and give you an extra 20% on your opposition, you're going to be flying. So if we're building on something that athletes are going to work on, and they're going to train, and they're going to improve much higher than the opposition. They're going to be flying. They're going to be absolute quality.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Thank you.
So joined by fellow podcaster and GB Baseball, Matt Moran. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Not bad. And we also have Jonathan Jared Rodriguez. Hello. And we've been trying out this reaction technology today. So Matt, what you've been using it for a little bit now. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, this is my third week of doing the Okkulo training. It's I can't even really explain it. It's something that is it goes into your innate abilities, and it makes you adapt, and it's something incredible. Looking back at the first week I tried it, I was fouling balls off constantly. I was missing everything, and then to now I can, we've upped the speed week on week, and it just makes you so much more comfortable in the box, and hitting becomes so much more natural. Yeah, it's something that's incredible, and it's a great privilege to get to experiment with it.
Yeah, I think it's hard to put into words. I think it like we said before we started hitting, there's only one of these in the world right now, and we're inside of it, which is insane just to think of within itself. But then when you start adding onto it what it does for your swing, your ability, your confidence, it just puts you in an environment where you have to self-organize, you have to be efficient in order to survive. It taps into the human instinct, the foundations of our being, and that's where it takes you. And I don't think many places in sport, or many things in sport, can do that. But Okkulo can, and it's amazing. Yeah.